Hello, and welcome to another Lynne and Craig live stream. Our aim, our plan here is to help you improve your English. We're both English teachers with many years of experience, and you're getting two for the price of one. So, you lucky people. So, sitting right over there is my good friend Lynne from putitlikethis.com. So as soon as I can find your website, Lynne, here we are. You can.
There you are. You've got it
yourself.
up already. Yeah.
There it
Okay.
is, yeah.
There it is. So, hi everyone. If you haven't joined us before, my name is Lynne. My website is putitlikethis.com, and I'm an online English teacher. And I specialize in tailor-making courses to try to help you meet whatever your objectives are in English. I try to help you find your own voice in English. So you decide on what your objectives are, and then I can give you some alternatives about ways I think that you can achieve that. And then if you like it, then we can start a course. So if you're interested, go to putitlikethis.com. You'll find out more information about me, and you can get in touch with me over the website if you want.
Putitlikethis.com. And if it's your first time watching, hi, make sure you say hello in the chat, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or LinkedIn. Please let us know that you're there and you're with us, and say hello and tell us where you're from. If you've never seen me before, my name's Craig from mansioningles.com, which is a website for Spanish speakers, and there we will help you with your English. And if you prefer listening to improve your English, I suggest our podcast, inglespodcast.com, where myself and another ex-colleague of mine, Reza, every week we create a podcast to help you with your English, and you'll find that on the website here, inglespodcast.com, or anywhere where you find your podcasts. And if you want to improve your speaking, then I have a solution for that. If you go to englishcraig.com, you can book a free 10 or 15 minute consultation with me, and I will explain my conversation courses and other ways that I can help you improve your speaking, your spoken English, and other things. So that's who we are. We want to know who you are. So before we tell you about today's topic, just say hello, say hi if you're joining us live, so that we know who's with us.
Mm-hmm.
And who's
I just realized, actually, Craig, just while people are saying hello in the chat, I just realized that we always introduce ourselves and who we are and what we do. And you always we refer to each other as ex-colleagues, and you refer to Reza as an ex-colleague. And probably the listeners are thinking, have we divorced or something like that?
Yeah, I should explain more.
It's a strange thing to say. It's because we all used to work, Reza, Craig, and I, we all used to work for the same company many years ago. And of course, now we've moved on and we work for ourselves, I think. I think Craig is still with the company, but Craig started working for himself. I started working for myself, and we refer to each other as ex-colleagues, but it's not true because we still collaborate together.
That's right.
We are actually colleagues. We are not exes. We are full-bodied colleagues.
Yeah, but we're not paid by
the same company.
That's
right.
That's true. Hello, Hema. Good to see you.
Hello, Hema. Hi.
Hope you're doing well.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you asked how we are, Hema, and to be honest, I'm feeling quite tired because I don't know if you can hear this. Can you hear that? This is what we know.
No, I can't hear that. Craig.
Can't hear it?
No. You obviously have noise cancelling microphones.
That didn't really work. I tried to play some music there from the festival that's happening at the moment here in Valencia, but maybe you didn't hear it very well.
No, couldn't hear it at all. Sorry.
Never mind. I tried. But it is festival time here in Valencia, Spain. So we thought, why not talk about festivals around the world?
Mm-hmm.
Different types of festivals.
Yeah.
Hi, Fabiana.
Right. Hello, Fabiana. Hi. I thought you were going to be trying to capture the fireworks because outside our homes here at the moment, this is the last day of the festival in Valencia, and there are many, many fireworks going on outside. But with our headsets and our microphones, it's not transmitting, is it? The noise from the street.
No, maybe that's a good thing. Let me put
Mhm.
fireworks in the chat. That's vocabulary that's quite useful. So
Yeah.
fireworks usually you see at night, but what happens here in Valencia is that they have fireworks during the day as well. Very, very loud fireworks. And those fireworks that go bang are called firecrackers in American English. And in London, we call them bangers. Do you call them
Bangers,
bangers
or
in the north of
the
England?
north, yeah, bangers. It's fireworks that just make a noise. They're not very pretty to see. They just make a big noise and shock everybody.
So bangers and
They're
fireworks.
bangers, and they're very, very popular here in Valencia. So,
Yep. So we thought we'd talk about festivals around the world today. Let's look at what a festival is, first of all. This is from our dictionary. It's a scheduled and often reoccurring, which means it happens regularly, a public event, some kind of celebration that's focused on a specific theme or a tradition. For example, the Rio Carnival in Brazil is a famous festival. The Fallas Festival in Valencia happens every year. So that's what a festival is.
now, interesting here is in the little definition, it says it is the what. What if you come on the street and you say, "Oh, what's that?" and you'd say, "Oh, it's a festival." It's a festival. So it refers to the event. Now, the reason we're making that distinction is because there's another word in English which you might have heard, which is festivity. Festivity in singular or festivities in plural. Now, sometimes the word festivity and festival, occasionally they can be used interchangeably. But there is a difference because a festivity or the festivity doesn't really refer to the event itself, but it refers to it says in the definition here, the joyous quality, the mood, or specific celebratory activities, for example, parties or parades. So if we're thinking about the Fallas Festival in Valencia, that goes on for 4 days. But inside the Fallas Festival, there are many different festivities. So there is the night, which is coming tonight, when they burn the monuments. There's another festivity when they build the monuments. There's a festivity which I think was last night, which is called the Nit de Foc, isn't it? Which is the big firework display in the evening. So they have many different festivities within the festival. Okay. And the dictionary says it is the how or what happens, right? So, for example, a wedding is an event, but you wouldn't call a wedding a festival, would you? Because you only get married once,
Celebration.
hopefully, if you're successful, right? So it doesn't keep going on and on and on. So a wedding is not a festival, but you can talk about the wedding festivities. Oh, look at the wedding festivities, because you see the party, the atmosphere, the thing that is going on in that moment. So it's a bit tricky, that, isn't it? But festival, think of it as the name of what it is, and the festivity are the individual parties, or it could be the mood, the quality, the joyous. We're enjoying the festivities.
Vinicua, I'm sorry, I can't remember your name. Vinicua is asking a question. Patrick's Day, what is it? What's St. Patrick's Day? It is a festival, originally from Ireland, and they have a parade because St. Patrick's Day has kind of been exported around the world. So these parades for St. Patrick's Day, which is on the 17th of March.
Yes, it was 2 days ago.
2 days ago. So very, very famous, especially in the US, in cities that have a huge population of Irish descendants and Irish people.
Mhm.
Boston, I know, has a wonderful St. Patrick's Day parade in the street.
Mhm.
And New York also, and other cities around the world. So it is a festival. It is a
Mhm.
celebration, St. Patrick's Day, but inside the festival, there is a parade as well.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah,
And that is part of the festivities. That's part of the
exactly.
festivities.
So
Yeah.
let's look at some collocations connected to
Mhm.
festivals. These words collocate with festivals. So you can have a traditional festival, which comes from the cultural background of the country.
Mhm.
Secular and religious. So secular means there is no religious attachment to it whatsoever. There's no religious connotation. There's nothing to do with any religion. That means it's secular.
Mhm.
And of course, you have music and food at festivals as well.
No, I actually put that there, Craig, because you can have music festivals
Oh, of
and you
course.
can have food festivals.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. No,
Collocations.
music and food is always within the festival. But all of these words here, they collocate with festivals. So you can have a
Gotcha.
traditional festival, a secular festival. You can have a religious festival. There's many of those. For example, Christmas is a religious festival. Hanukkah is a religious festival. Yeah. You can
Mhm.
have music festivals like Glastonbury, for example. Is a music festival. You can have food festivals. You can have local festivals. You can have annual festivals. So sometimes we talk about the annual festivals in Spain. Usually every local village or town has an annual festival, and it's all on a different date, isn't it? And it's a
Yeah.
local festival. And you can have summer festivals and winter festivals. So those are all tradition. Those are words that go with festival. Okay.
Let's look at some more vocabulary connected to festivals, and keep watching, because later we're going to give you a quiz about different festivals around the world and see how many festivals you actually know and can guess. And then we'll also have some general discussion questions for you to speak about. Again, if you're watching, if you're joining us, say hi in the chat so that we know who you are. So these words are commonly associated with festivals. You might need to speak about festivals if you're taking an English exam. It is a common question in the Cambridge suite of exams as well. Festivals are often crowded. That's one thing that I really enjoyed when I was younger. At my age, not so much. So a crowd of people, lots of people coming together at festivals. And if there are a lot of people, you can say that it is crowded. It's a crowded area, or it's a crowded place.
And then there are celebrations. Now, a celebration, how would I define a celebration? A celebration is a kind of party where you see people are drinking and eating and laughing. Celebrations in festivals are often on the street, actually, aren't they? People celebrating on the street. We've already had the words fireworks, and within the global term of fireworks, which are the things, the products, there are two types. There are there are fireworks, which are usually more pretty, aren't they? They're the ones that we usually have at night, I think, fireworks.
Yeah.
The pretty ones that are different colors, or you can have the loud ones, which are called firecrackers or bangers. Would you like to continue?
Yeah, sure. By the way, while we're speaking about this vocabulary, it's a good idea to repeat the words aloud to practice pronunciation. So, for example, when Lynn just said fireworks, just repeat after her. And if you hear any phrases that you like, repeat them after us so that you're practicing your pronunciation as well. So the phrasal verb to take part in something means to participate. So usually with phrasal verbs, there is a full verb that means something similar or even the same. So to participate, to take part in. At the moment, you're listening, you're hopefully commenting. So you're taking part in this live stream. But of course, you can also take part in a festival. So many people here in Valencia at the moment, they're taking part in the festival. They're walking around the streets, they're buying food, they're watching the bands, they're celebrating, they're taking part And you can take part in a parade. You can take part in the St. Patrick's Day parade, for example.
And then a lot of festivals, especially the traditional ones, they are sometimes people put on particular clothes as part of the festival. So at the moment, we told you we're in Fallas in Valencia, and costumes are a big part of the Fallas festival, because the people who participate, I think they're from the 19th century, aren't they? They dress in traditional Valencian clothes from the, is it the 19th century? I think so.
I think so, yeah.
From the 19th century. The women have traditional hairstyles too. In fact, today I look quite fallera, don't you think? Really?
You do? Yeah.
I do, because
if those were different color,
if that was my hair, if that was my hair, this is a traditional fallera hairstyle. So you have your hair put up behind, and it's scraped away from your face, and they usually have two plaits which are twirled, and they look a bit like earphones, don't they? They're over their ears. And that's
they look like Princess Leia from
that's right, from Star Wars.
Star
It's that
Wars.
kind of hairstyle. So in many festivals, people dress up. That's the verb. Now that means we have the verb to dress, which is what we do every day. We dress when we put our clothes on. But to dress up means to put on a costume for a particular purpose. So you're putting in they put on these traditional costumes for the festivals, and it's very clear that you're taking part in the festival. People can see it from the way you are dressed.
Vinicius, of course, I remember your name, Vinicius, of course. He's asking, Halloween, is that a cultural heritage? That's a festival. It's a pagan festival, I think.
Yes.
All Hallowed Eve, I think it's called.
All Hallows.
All Hallows.
All
Hallowed
Hallows.
Eve. And I think it's Irish originally, isn't it?
Yes, it's Irish. Halloween is from Ireland. But it's a pagan festival, because it's usually the day before All Saints' Day. All Saints' Day on the 1st of November is a religious festival. But Halloween is the eve of All Saints' Day, and that is not religious. That's supposedly about evil spirits and getting away evil spirits, and so that's really a pagan festival. It's not a religious one.
But like most festivals these days, Vinicius, it's been commercialized, and we'll talk a little bit more about that later. But it kind of loses its meaning over time because of globalization, commercialization, that kind of thing. So where were we? Cultural heritage. Yeah, that's what Vinicius just mentioned. So it's something that is passed down through your culture, and using again the Fallas Festival here in Valencia, it originated from back in the day when in the spring, when the carpenters were throwing out their bits of wood and their rubbish and cleaning out their workshops, they used to make bonfires in the street and burn the wood that they didn't need. And that developed over time to burning huge statues and effigies. An effigy is an imitation of a figure or something that looks like something else. So they're painted papier-mâché and wooden figures that often ridicule. They're very humorous. They often ridicule politicians, and they're quite critical, aren't they, of some public figures? Satirical. That's
satirical.
The word. And
and they're very, very big. That's the thing. They're as big as buildings. Some of them can be 4 or 5 stories high, and then they are put up usually around the 15th of March, just for 4 days, and they're very beautiful. And then they are burned tonight on the 19th of March. So they will start burning them. They start burning them around 9 o'clock, I think. And then the last one burns at around midnight. But there are hundreds of these statues in the Valencian community. And so there are some neighborhoods where every intersection has a big fires monument, and these monuments are built all year, aren't they? I think they're prepared, and it takes a full year, and they're brought on big lorries, and then they're erected because they're so big, and then they are burned on tonight. It's a very beautiful festival. It's a very interesting festival, I think, Fires.
Yeah, so it's very cultural. It's something that's been passed on year after year. And another interesting point, adding to what Lynn said, it takes a long time to burn more than 100 of these statues. So each area that has one of these big statues, these fires, they have to wait for the firemen to arrive, so that when they are burned, there's no danger
safely
to the surrounding building. So it does take a long time, but the whole city is full of fire and smoke, and it's quite impressive.
Yeah.
And Vinicius says the kind of festival is spread around in some places as the US.
He's referring to Halloween, because
Halloween is St. Patrick's Day that we mentioned earlier also, but the festival that we're celebrating here this week is not. It's very local. In fact, we have a holiday today in the Valencian community, but only in the Valencian community. It's not a national holiday. It's not in other parts of Spain, only here. It's very local.
Some festivals are exported, haven't they? They've become exported, and that is a new phenomena, which we'll talk about shortly. So, have we got any more vocabulary there before we
just
start
the last one there? Just another
Mm-hmm.
collocation. So to hold and to attend a festival is a common collocation. We're holding a festival at the moment, and you can go to a festival, which means to attend a festival. Yeah.
I think you have one more banner with some vocabulary for Craig about. So we do that afterwards.
Before that, let's ask a quick question though.
Okay.
Because we'd like to know if you're a fan of festivals. So while you're thinking about that or writing your opinion in the chat, maybe where you are, you have local festivals. Maybe you have international festivals as well in your city or town where you live. So let us know, write in the chat if you like them, if you go to them, tell us your experience and what you think. And while you're answering that, we will look at some more vocabulary.
Okay. All right. So the first one is it's a kind of phrase, isn't it? It's like, are you getting into the festive spirit? So in our case, in Valencia, Fallas is every year in March. And Craig, I think you're not really into the festive spirit of Fallas. Is that right?
Not anymore. I used to be.
Yes. Me too.
I used to be. But the problem is after sort of 24, 25 years of the festival every year, and it's a full week and it's 24 hours a day, it doesn't stop. So it's very noisy. The buses don't run as usual. So the center of the city is completely blocked. This street here is completely blocked. Traffic, it's very difficult to move around the city and get anything done.
Because of the monuments as well. The reason all the city streets are blocked because the cars cannot go around the monuments. So the whole streets are blocked.
So I think if you take part in the festival, if you participate and take part in it, it's lovely. It's wonderful. There's a sense of community and you're enjoying yourself, especially if you have children and they take part and they dress up in the costumes as well. But I don't have kids. And luckily now I work at home, so I don't have to go out much. So, I mean, I've seen it so many times and I think I'm used to it now. And I think you're similar, aren't you, Lynn? I think you've got a similar attitude to it.
I think so. I mean, I enjoy it. I appreciate them. And I do like them. But I'm not really... I think I can do it once, like I for most festivals, maybe I enjoy them once, but I'm not a big fan of repeating it every year.
Yeah, it gets a bit stale.
Yeah, I think so.
Like bread.
But I think festivals are very interesting. So anyway, sometimes you need to get into the festive spirit to enjoy them. I don't know whether we've really... explained that very well, have we? To get into the festive spirit, it means to get into the mood, so that you have a drink to get into the festive spirit, because you have to have a certain attitude to be able to enjoy the festival, I think.
Yeah, and I think Lynn and I are examples of two people who have not got into the festive spirit this week.
Not this week, no. We've both been working. We stayed at home and worked, yeah.
I think Gemma's similar to us. She says she likes them, but she's not a fanatic. She's not a big fan. And San Juan is in June, isn't it, Viniculus?
San Juan.
San Juan is in June, in the solstice, in the middle of the summer.
Ah, okay. Yeah. I didn't know that one. Okay.
That's when everyone goes to the beach and burns wood and jumps over the fire. It's another pagan festival.
A pagan festival, that one. Yeah, they have that in Spain. That's true.
So where were we with this? I think
and then when the party is in full swing, that means it's the height of the party. It's when everybody's in the party, enjoying themselves 150%. That is, the party is in full swing. You might say if you go at 9 o'clock, you might say, the party's not in full swing yet. But then you might call somebody on the telephone 3 hours later and say, oh, come along, the party's in full swing.
It's really happening.
It's really happening, and it's at 150%. Yeah.
And to join in, to participate, again, that's to take part in something, to join in. They're very similar phrasal verbs. And the highlight is the main event. So we mentioned the festival here at the moment. The highlight of the festival is tonight, when they burn all of these effigies, these statues, and they let off fireworks. That's another phrasal verb. To let off a firework is where you light it and it goes up in the air, to let off a firework.
And then to take off. Did you want to say to let off there, did you? Or what do you mean with to take off?
I can't remember. When the festival takes off. Yeah.
Okay. When it begins.
When it gets going, when it starts going. The opposite of winding down, because winding down is towards the end, where everything is becoming calmer and people are recovering from it, and it's not in full swing. And
they're beginning to go home.
But at the beginning, then it takes off. Everybody's in a good mood, and the festival starts to take off and starts to get lively, you could say.
Okay. So shall we have the quiz?
Let's have the quiz.
So we're going to define some festivals and see if you can put in the chat if you know the name of the festival, right? We've talked a little bit about Halloween. We've talked about Fallas, and we've talked about San Juan. And we've talked about a couple of others, but anyway, here's one. I'll start you off with an easy one, right? Because
I think Vinicius is going to know the first one.
Yeah. So this one is a huge 5-day celebration of samba parades, colourful costumes, and lively street parties. Which one is that one?
Celebrated in
the southern hemisphere.
In
the southern hemisphere.
Friends of mine went to it actually this year. They were there.
That's the one that I'd love to go to. Yeah. I have to say, I would love to go there. So a 5-day celebration of, Vinicius has already said it, but which one? Because we have carnivals all around the world. Which one has samba parades, colourful costumes, and lively street parties?
I think Vinicius knows, because that's where he's from.
Is it? Okay. All right.
So it's, hi, Enrique. Enrique's joined us. So, it's the carnival in Rio de Janeiro. Have you been to that, Vinicius? Have you been to the Rio Carnival? I can't remember where you live in Brazil. I know you are in Brazil.
There is a one in Spain, in the Canary Islands, which is very similar. To me, it looks very similar to the Rio Carnival. It's obviously not as big because it's only in the Canary Islands, but we see it sometimes on television. I've never been to that one either, but they also have these big parades with floats. Maybe you can put floats in the chat, Craig. FLOAT. A float is when you have the trailer, this flatbed trailer that is pulled, and on the trailer there will be some kind of construction where people will be dancing or singing or standing and doing things on. That's a float. It has decorations, and in the Canary Islands, like in Rio, from what I've seen on the television, I've never been there, but they have these beautiful floats, and they have lots of feathers and beautiful dancers, very beautiful women dancing always.
My friends who were there last month, they sent me a video and some pictures of it, and their description was, it was when it was in full swing, it was very colorful, very sweaty, very noisy, very vibrant, but a lot of fun. So yeah, it was very full on. It was an incredible experience.
Yeah. Okay, right. Another one. Craig, give them the easy one. The next one is also easy if you've been listening.
If you've been listening, you'll get the next one as well. So this next, remember, if you're joining us, you have to write the name of the festival in the chat. This is celebrated every year on the 17th of March to honor a famous saint, the patron saint of Ireland. People wear green clothes, they drink green beer, they go to
They do not drink green beer. You made that up.
No, they put dye in
the
beer.
Do they really?
To make the beer green. Yep.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that. They've
put food dye in the beer. And there's traditional Irish music, lots of drinks, and the celebration began originally as a religious day, a feast day. A feast is where you eat a lot of food in celebration of something. But it's become, as we said before at the beginning of the live stream, a very lively cultural festival around the world. So wherever you find Irish people, where there are big Irish communities, they will be celebrating this day on the 17th of March. So Marlene is with us, and that's where she is at the moment.
Oh really? She's in that's
Ireland.
Right, Marlene. You went to Ireland, didn't you? Oh, so you'll have to tell us how was your experience of a real Irish St. Patrick's Day?
Did you celebrate? Did you celebrate, Marlene? Did you go to any of the parades? And I'm sure it was full on. I'm sure it was amazing.
Okay, here's another one. All right, this one is a 5-day festival of lights, and they have lots of lamps in it. They have fireworks, gifts, and lots of family gatherings. So lots of small group family gatherings in this, but it's a 5-day festival of lights where they have lanterns, lamps and lanterns. Anybody know that one? Write it in the chat.
That's more difficult, isn't it?
In the meantime, Marlene says that she celebrated it on the last day and it was gorgeous. Lovely. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
Went to a local one. They're the best. I think the small local ones are the best. They're more intimate. You get to know local people. I think, less commercial probably as well.
And of course, one of the things we're also talking about later, but we can start chatting about it now as well. A lot of these big famous festivals like St. Patrick's Day, like Halloween, when they get exported across the world, everybody gets to know about them. And then also in certain places, like in Ireland, they start to become tourist attractions. And so many tourists come to Dublin, for example, go to Dublin just to see, or to Boston or to New York, to see that festival. And that usually often they're much more crowded than if you celebrate the real festival in a smaller area. That's the same in Valencia here in Fallas, because I live outside of Valencia, and in recent years, whenever we are celebrating Fallas, if we go to one or two of the festivities, we tend to do them in our local town rather than going to the city, because the city is just too crowded because there are the local people celebrating, but also all the tourists. And it's a huge tourist attraction now for Valencia.
Vinicius is guessing Independence Day in the 4th of July. No, that's a good
No.
guess, but that is not correct.
This one is in Asia, other side of the world. This one is in Asia, in the subcontinent. Yes.
And it's probably the most famous festival of this country.
Have you been there to that one, Craig? Because you know this country quite well, don't you?
I've been to the country a few times, but I have never been there during this festival.
Okay.
I would like to go, but I haven't been.
I don't think we've got anybody listening from that area of the world today. I think you might have to give the answer.
Diwali is the answer. It's the Indian festival of lights, Diwali, possibly the biggest Hindu festival. I think it's Hindu. Is it Hindu? Must be Hindu festival, Diwali. There you go.
Okay.
The next one, let's go back to Europe. Let's come back to Europe. So if you are European, you might know this. It's, well, you go, Lynn. I said the last one. It's your turn.
Oh, okay. No, I think I did. I said, well, doesn't matter. But this one happens in Germany. So just to give you a bit of a clue. It happens in Germany, but you have to tell us where it happens and what the name is. And it is a 2-week beer festival with traditional food, music, costumes, and crowded celebration tents. So they
have you been?
No, I haven't. They put up these huge tents, and everybody is drinking enormous glasses of beer. And it goes on for 2 weeks. Vinicius in Brazil, he's heard of it as well. And Bospeta. Oktoberfest, that's right.
Which, curiously, is not usually in October, is it? It's in September, I think.
I think so. It's before. It comes a little bit before
October.
October. Yeah, Oktoberfest. I've never been, but I've seen many people who I know people who have been, and they've all said it's been very fun. A lot of fun.
Yeah, especially if you like beer.
Okay. Vinicius has been once in Munich. Okay. And did you celebrate the Oktoberfest, Vinicius? Did you enjoy it? Or were you at the wrong time of year there?
Okay, next one.
Right,
so what festival am I describing here? This is a New Year festival, but it's not celebrated on January the 1st. It has dances, meetings, reunions, lanterns, lights that go up in the air, fireworks, of course. What would a festival be like without fireworks? And it has a zodiac tradition as well, the signs of the zodiac, because every year is represented by a different animal. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, it's celebrated in February as well.
Because it's not on the Roman New Year, is it? It's the
different calendar.
It's a different calendar. It's a lunar calendar.
While you're thinking, Vinicius is saying that it was his first time in Europe when he went to Germany, to Munich, and everything was new for him. Yeah. Yep. Enrique's got it. Well done, Enrique. That's
Enrique.
The Chinese New Year.
Chinese New Year.
Well done.
All right. Here's another one. This is a vibrant Fat Tuesday festival.
Fat Tuesday's a translation, isn't it? That's the translation.
Fat Tuesday, is it?
Yeah.
Fat Tuesday festival. Oh God, that was terrible.
What?
I just get it now. I understand. Sorry, everybody. I didn't understand. He slips in these things for me, and I don't know. I've just
no. I wasn't being funny.
Is that what that is what it means? Is it Fat Tuesday?
That is what the translation is. That's what it means.
The translation is Fat Tuesday in the local language, but this festival is known for particularly parades, costumes, but especially jazz music.
Enrique's gonna know this.
Beads are necklaces, with like wooden beads, and very, very rich food.
That makes you fat.
That makes you fat. On a Tuesday.
Enrique is going to get this, I'm sure.
Do you think?
Yeah, because he likes music. He's a musician.
Okay. Right. So this is the jazz. It's famous particularly for its jazz music.
It's in an English-speaking country, if that helps.
An English-speaking country.
Well, yeah, kind of English-speaking country.
I want to know how you got the translation to Fat Tuesday.
Because that is what those two words.
From which language?
I think it's Creole.
Creole. Creole. Okay.
Yeah, it's not a jazz festival, Enrique, but Marlene, but there is a lot of jazz there.
It would be French, wouldn't it? It's from French.
Yeah, but it's a particular kind of French.
Creole French.
Yeah.
Enrique says Poland. No, go on, tell them, Craig.
It's Mardi Gras in New Orleans. You don't pronounce the S on that. It's Mardi Gras. And
Fat Tuesday. I never
That's
knew
what
that.
it means.
I never realized.
You never know when I'm joking, do you?
No, I don't. I never do. I don't.
Let's see if I can.
Fat Tuesday. That's when they really do have parades, don't they? They have jazz musicians with trumpets, and they're in white, aren't they? And they're parading through the street with the music. It's supposed to be very, very good. A friend of mine went last year to Mardi Gras, New Orleans, and they said it was amazing.
Mardi Gras is a French phrase that literally translates to Fat Tuesday in English. Mardi means Tuesday, and gras means fat.
Fat,
and,
like foie gras.
Yeah, exactly. And it's the final day of feasting, partying, and indulgence before the Christian fasting season of Lent begins on Ash Wednesday.
Okay, so it's before the thing.
New Orleans, Louisiana.
And if you know where I knew Mardi Gras, I'm sure if you've watched James Bond movies,
yes,
there's a James Bond movie with a Mardi Gras. So it's very nice. And speaking of James Bond, maybe we can do another one that's in a James Bond movie. This festival honors the dead with altars. Altars are things that you have in churches where they worship in front of like a table. That's an altar. So families honor the dead they make little altars. They have marigolds, which are it's a type of flower,
yellow flower.
They have parades, and they have festive gatherings. And I think in these gatherings they put out food and places at the table for people who have died. Don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just checking the date.
And it's also in a James Bond film.
November the 2nd this year.
Do you know the name of this festival in the world?
Give you another clue. It's in a Spanish-speaking country. Any ideas?
Nobody watches James Bond. You need to watch James Bond to see these festivals.
Yes, well done,
yes,
Enrique.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in Mexico. That's right.
And it's
Day
called
of the Dead.
Dia de los Muertos. I think it's Dia de Muertos is the Spanish word, but we call it in English Day of the Dead. Day of the Dead. Right.
Okay, so the next one we've got for you in a different part of the world. So we're traveling now, and this festival is a new year that features water fights. So everybody throws water over you. And people go to temples to give offerings. An offering is something that you give to a god that you believe in. You offer food and flowers to a god, and obviously family celebrations. It's a big thing in this country. I have never been there during this festival, but I know people who have, and you just walk down the road and suddenly the children will come up to you and just throw a big bucket of water over you, and you are
Really?
completely soaked. There is no escape. So if you're outside your
Oh.
hotel, if you're out in the street, you will get wet. It's a huge water festival. Which festival is it, and where is it in the world?
No, that was the new one for me. I knew all the other ones that you found, Craig, in your quiz, but I didn't know this one.
I knew of it, but I didn't know the name. So now I know the name, what it's called. Yeah, I don't think people will know the name.
Maybe guess the country.
Enrique has good friends in Mexico. Have you been there during the Day of the Dead, Enrique? Have you celebrated that there? Okay. Anybody?
Marlena says that Marlena says that it sounds like the last day of school in Italy. So they obviously also throw a lot of water in Italy on the last day of school. No.
Well, I'll tell you. It's called. Should we tell them? It's called
Yes, I think you should.
Songkran. Songkran in Thailand, the water festival, probably the most famous festival in Thailand. I'd like to go actually, but you need to go outside in your swimming costume, in your beach wear, because you will definitely get water thrown
and
over
maybe not take any expensive electronic equipment with you, like your mobile phone, or you
leave your phone in the hotel.
You might get quite cross if it got wet. And then we have the last one. The last one is a July festival, and the thing that's really famous in this festival is it has a festivity that is called the running of the bulls. So lots of bulls run through the streets, and there's lots of parties as well. Does anybody know the name of that festival?
Have you been, Lynn?
No, never. No.
Me neither. I've been to the place, but I haven't been to the festival.
The bulls run through the streets. Occasionally, some people run with the bulls. It's very dangerous. Sometimes people die. Often people get injured.
And they're usually tourists who get injured because they're not used to being around bulls, and they've been drinking all night, and they're still drunk the next day, and that's why tourists
think they can outrun the bull.
Yeah,
Gemma's got it.
Gemma's got it. It's in the city of Pamplona in Spain. Easy peasy, says Enrique.
And the name is San Fermin. San Fermin.
Yep.
Okay, so they're all a bit unusual, these festivals, aren't they? Really, they're all a bit weird. Yeah.
Yep. So what festivals have you attended? If you're watching us live, tell us. In the chat if you've been to any that we have just spoken about, or any that we haven't spoken about. What festivals have you attended around the world or in your country? I don't know if we have that question on a banner. Let me just check here.
It's all right. I think
it's in the chat.
It's in the chat. So tell us about festivals that you've attended if we haven't mentioned them so far. If you know any other ones, please tell us about them. And maybe while you're thinking about that, maybe we can maybe start talking about this commercialization of festivals. Right.
Yeah.
So, because many festivals nowadays have become very commercialized. And do you think that's a good thing, Craig? You can also tell us what your opinion is.
I don't know. I mean, I suppose if it keeps the tradition going, then yes. I mean, Christmas comes to mind because Christmas and Easter, for example, have been incredibly commercialized, and Easter and Christmas in the UK doesn't feel at all religious to me, whereas here in Spain, it feels more religious because of the Easter parades. So there's a strong Catholic connection to Easter in Spain, and Christmas also. But I mean, when it becomes commercial, it tends to lose its tradition and its significance. So what do you think?
I think so too. I think I don't enjoy them as much when they're very commercialized, I think, because it's more about, I think that's one of the things that's put me off with Fallas a little bit in recent years, is because it is getting very, very commercialized. People use them just as an excuse to sort of go out, get drunk, spend a lot of money. And there's not very much, they become quite anonymous then as well. They're not so, it's not community spirit in a sense. It's not like something that's grassroots. It hasn't come from the real. It's more of just a sort of an event that you go to, I suppose. But I think it depends maybe on the type of festival, you know, because, for example, if you think about music festivals have to be commercial events, don't they? I mean, if you think of big music festivals like Benicassim or Glastonbury or Woodstock, people go there to enjoy the music. And of course it's commercialized because the musicians wouldn't be there otherwise, would they? So I think that's, or if you think of a food festival, for example, a food festival possibly is also commercialized because people are showcasing the food from the area where they are, and they're trying to promote the food from the area. So I don't know. I'm not really sure.
Well, Lynn used the expression grassroots, and if you think of the root of the festival, then if it has religious roots, then obviously, you know, it's different than a food festival that's there to promote particular food of a region, because that becomes commercial, doesn't it? They want the festival to spread the word, to sell more cheese or wine or whatever they're promoting. So then that's purely commercial. Whereas if the festival is rooted in a cultural history of the country or the area, then it has a kind of a different idea to it. Malena was talking about Science in the City in Malta, the biggest science and art festival in the island since 2012.
Yeah. And that sounds interesting. Science and Art Festival. That does sound interesting.
Yep.
There are many new festivals that are cropping up as well. You know, they're not. Or I think festivals, like for example, if you think about the big parades, you know, the what do you call them? What's it called? The rainbow parades? No, what are they called?
LGBTQ community.
Mass community parades. They're becoming increasingly popular around the world, and they're getting very, very big audiences. And it's kind of a more new event in a sense. So there's no traditions as such that have to be followed. They're making traditions. And I think that's also quite nice to see new things coming up.
Absolutely. Gemma says in Madrid there's San Isidro festivities on May the 15th, and Virgin de la Paloma on the 15th of August. I have not heard. Have you heard of that, Lynn?
I think I've heard of San Isidro. Be careful there, Hima, with the word festivities, remember, because the word there would be festival. It's a San Isidro festival. It's what happens on May the 14th. Yeah. Remember, festivities is the atmosphere, if you like. Virgin de Paloma on August the 15th. No, I didn't know that. Yeah. Okay. Do you think, can you move on to the next question, Craig, about should festivals try to attract tourists? Why or why not?
Well, again, it depends on the festival, doesn't it? I mean, obviously for the one we're celebrating here at the moment, the Fallas Festival, then yes, because obviously the businesses make money from the festival. And one criticism I do have of the Fallas Festival here is that it's very closed if you are a tourist. What I mean by that is every area has its own group of people that eat together and celebrate together, and they're in a closed marquee, a really big tent. So there's areas where you cannot go. And that's one thing that I think is a shame, because it would be nice if it were completely open and the tourists could participate a bit more. Because basically, as a tourist, all you can do is stand there and watch.
Uh-huh.
You
So
can't really.
it's a bit exclusive, isn't it? Like it's not inclusive. That's true. And there's another festival that maybe many people have seen on the television, which is close to us in Buñol, which is the tomatina. And so that once a year, there was a traditional local festival where they used to have a surplus of tomatoes, and they used to take the tomatoes through the streets and throw them at each other. And this has developed into such a popular event that it has attracted lots and lots of tourists. Now, the Buñol really is a very small town, and I think they have been actively encouraging this festival because, of course, more tourists come, so the town benefits economically from having this festival. But I think, and that is a one that is inclusive, because I think they have to pay some money to go because it got so big they couldn't cope with all the people. But you can buy a ticket to go there, and then you can throw tomatoes and get completely tomatoed up, exactly like the locals. So in that sense, it's a very inclusive festival because the tourists do actually participate in the real festival.
Would you like to go to that festival and throw tomatoes? Is that your kind of
Not
thing?
my thing, no. But I like watching it. I think it looks fun when you see the people throwing it. I would maybe like to throw one. It seems quite scary. I don't know whether I would like it. Marlena says,
Enrique says everything has its limits. Yeah, it's a balance. That's right.
It's a balance, yeah. And Marlena says there's an orange festival in
Ivrea.
It's close to Turin, and they throw oranges instead of tomatoes. Oh my goodness, that must really hurt, because an orange is a missile. At least a tomato is softer.
And Enrique says if more tourists come to Seville for Holy Week, that's very soon in April, we'll have to leave. Yeah,
yes, that's popular. True, because those religious festivals also attract an awful lot of tourists, don't they? But I don't think the cities, they promote the religious festival, but I think they're very clear, aren't they, that it's a religious festival when they're attracting tourists, because they try to communicate to tourists that it is a religious festival to try to keep the essence of the festival.
It's very popular in Malta. However, the festival organizer took inspiration from the biggest this is the science
one
festival in Malta. Edinburgh.
Yeah. Shall we have one last question before we go?
Okay, why not?
So, why are festivals important? Why do we do it? What do you think? Why do we have festivals?
Basically, life is boring, isn't it, Lynn? I mean, you go to work, you cook the food, you go shopping, you cook the food, you eat the food, you wash up, you go to bed, you wake up, you go to work again. I mean, that is life, isn't it, basically? As my sister often says, life is just a series of problems that need to be solved. So if you have a festival, it's a reason to celebrate. It's a reason to let your hair down. That idiom means to relax, to have fun, to be with friends and family, and to do something a bit different. So I think it breaks life up.
It breaks up the passing of time, doesn't it? And so I think in a festival, festivals are all about people coming together, aren't they? You can't do a festival without other people. And I think that's probably why the festivals are getting so popular now, and people are actually going to other countries to enjoy festivals, because I think maybe with technology and everything, we're getting quite anonymous. We all live in cities, so we don't really like the crowds, really, because in cities it's very crowded. But when you're in a festival, the crowd is part of it. And I think people are more willing to be open and speaking to strangers and being close to people. So I think it is. I think they're becoming more important than they used to be honest with you, because I think maybe people are becoming more insular. Mm-hmm.
I agree with that. And then there's the religious aspect as well for some people. And I think we like to be part of something that's bigger than us. I mean, we like to feel that we're part of something bigger as well.
Yeah,
it makes us happy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, well, thank you for keeping us company. We will remind you who we are before we say goodbye. If I can find my website. There we go. mansioningles.com is a website that will help you with your English, especially if you're a Spanish speaker. If you prefer listening to improve your English, go to inglespodcast.com or wherever you get your podcasts, and you can hear me and my good friend and ex-colleague, Reza. And if you want to improve your speaking, I do have conversation groups and private classes over at englishcraig.com. There will be new classes starting after Easter, and Easter is the 5th of April, isn't it? Another festival coming up soon.
2nd to the 5th.
2nd to the 5th. So I think we will be back in 3 weeks' time because of Easter.
Because we have to skip the festival because we're celebrating the festival, aren't we? We're going away.
We're celebrating the festival. We hope you are too. And if you are, be safe, have a good time, and we'll see you very, very soon.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much for.
Oh, you haven't said where you're from, Lynn. I apologize.
That's all right. Everybody knows. It's putitlikethis.com. And if you're interested in classes, then you can go to my website and contact me over there. Okay. Thank you very much for taking part today. And we don't replicate the same thing as a festival. You can't do that on a Zoom or on a live stream, can you? Because if I had a tomato and wanted to throw it at you now, it wouldn't reach you.
You just end up with a messy screen.
Exactly. So that's the real reason we need festivals. So that's why we only do it once every 2 weeks, because you should be out there in your festivals. As Hema says, it brings people. Festivals are important because they join people, she said. And I think that's true, probably much more than our live streams. So go out and enjoy your festivals.
We'll see you soon. Take care.
All right. See you. Bye-bye.